All right. Hey, everyone. We're back with Taylor Miller with Utah Independent Mortgage. So excited to have you again.
Thank you.
I always end up doing so much talking, so that's just kind of the way things go around here. But we're excited to have him back, certified mortgage advisor. So we're excited for that. Tell me a little bit, how is your specialty, and how does that experience play in for you?
Sure. So one thing I see in the industry, the mortgage lending industry, is people will get their license through the state, and then that's all the education they do. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be able to further my education to help my clients better. So I decided to get my certified mortgage advisor certification, and boy, it helps. That's for sure. I love being able to be more of an advisor rather than just a transactional type of person. So that's helped a lot, and I've been able to put my clients in better situations because of it as well.
And that's one great thing. You are relationship oriented, which I think you really do care about the people and want the best for them, not just a paycheck, right? Which we need to get a paycheck. That's why we do our jobs. Exactly. But you do it with the heart of a teacher and as part of a relationship. So I do love that about you. What sets you apart from other brokers, other lenders? How are you different?
Sure. So we have a philosophy here in the office where we overstaff by design. It's kind of weird for a lot of companies. So most companies, they try and milk as much as they can out of each person, whereas we try and have extra people on staff so that when something arises, we can take care of it right then. We don't have to worry. And also with being a broker, we have about 10 different lenders that we work with, so we don't have to just focus on a couple programs that we have available, but we can shop around for people as well.
I didn't know that about you guys, the overstaffing. That's very uncommon right now. A lot of companies are actually cutting back on labor because of COVID and restraints. That you guys are moving ahead and saying, no, our clients are still number one. We need to take care of them. And that explains a lot, because he is Johnny on the spot. Anytime I've asked you for something, you've had it and it's taken care of. So that explains a lot. Yeah, that's very cool. Well, tell me this. If you knew someone who was buying or selling a home and you wish they knew one thing, what would that be?
I wish they knew kind of everything we went through, honestly. It is a very grueling process. The lender's going to give you hundreds of thousands of dollars to complete the transaction and do what you want to do, so they're going to ask questions. And honestly, we try and make it as smooth as possible, but there are questions that we are going to have to ask, so just know going into it that we are going to dive deep into your finances, and it will get a little personal. Yeah.
And the real estate, buying and selling a home, is a roller coaster. We know that for sure, and it's a lot because of lending. But his similar philosophy to mine is that it's a roller coaster. It's going to be up and down, but I'm going to be there with you through that process, so we can, like you said, do the best we can to make it as smooth as possible, but at the same time be understanding and caring for the emotions that go along with that, because it can be overwhelming.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit, if I'm already in a home and I'm interested in the refinancing process, can you talk a little bit to that, the refinancing and what needs to happen there, or why? Why would I even choose to refinance?
Yeah, that's a great question. So recently in Utah, we've experienced some extreme appreciation in our houses. The percentage has been so high year over year. And a lot of people are actually taking advantage of the interest rates, which are still really good, and they're doing cash out on their houses so that they can either renovate or pay off all their other debts. I actually have a client that we're doing a loan for right now where his mortgage loan is going to go up $200 a month, but we're paying off $900 a month in debts. So he's saving $700 compared to the past. So that's a huge thing for him. It's going to give him some breathing room financially.
Yes.
And so that's one thing, cash out to do your renovations or anything you need to do. Another one is to get a lower interest rate. A lot of people have actually already capitalized on that, especially recently, but there's still other people out there that we could lower their interest rate or lower their payment or lower their term so they'll pay their house off faster. Refinancing has a lot of great benefits, and I love planning with people on how to make it work for you and use that home equity that you're getting.
I love that because, like you said, if you can free up $700 with appreciation happening not just in homes, but inflation happening at the grocery store,
Yeah.
I've noticed a difference. $700 can make a big difference to somebody's quality of life every month. Like you said, just some breathing room where I can go get the groceries I need without the stress and know
Absolutely.
that it's there. So that's a big deal. So tell me, I'm a homeowner. At what point is it that I should start considering to refinance my home?
So there's many factors that go into it.
Yeah.
It depends on kind of what's on your credit. Do you have lots of different debts that it would be beneficial to pay them off? For example, if you have credit cards at 26% interest, those should probably get paid off as soon as possible because you're paying a lot of interest money on those over time. And we can use your home appreciation or your home value to pay those off for you. You can also, if you're trying to shorten your term, maybe you're comfortable with your payment, but you want to pay for a shorter amount of time or pay less interest over time. We can look at reducing the term of your loan. So maybe you go from a 30-year to a 20-year loan, or we can even do funny loans like a 22-year loan if you want. But reducing your term, reducing payments, if your mortgage payment is it's getting expensive because, like you said, groceries are getting more expensive. Inflation's been crazy recently. So if you just need a little more money, we can maybe stretch you back out to a 30-year again, but make your payment lower.
So tell me this. I own my home. For 15 years. I bought it for about $190,000. Now I'd say conservatively it's worth about $350,000. If I were to cash out some of that, tell me, what does that process look like?
Sure. So the process is relatively easy. And so we start with an application and we look at why you would want the cash out, whether it's for paying off debts, or if you're trying to do home renovations. That's a big thing, especially right now. And so we would get your application done, we'd kind of review everything, then we'd get it submitted to underwriting. The underwriter is going to give us any conditions, and we will also have an appraisal done, possibly. A lot of times recently we're actually getting waivers on appraisals, which is really nice because it saves you money and saves us time. I have done a cash out refinance in about 10 days is about the fastest
Wow.
we've gone so far. And
So
but-
from the time of the application until I had money in my pocket, it was 10 days.
Correct.
And that was just borrowing against the equity that's in my home already.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and we try and make it as easy as possible. We know the lender is giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars, so they do have questions, and for different people's situations, they're going to ask different questions. But we can do it really fast. Sometimes it takes up to 30 days, but likely it will be faster than that.
That's incredible. Okay, amazing. Tell me this, so I'm thinking about it, but I'm worried about my credit score and I just don't know, like, am I gonna qualify? What if I don't qualify? What is it that you can do for that?
I think it's best if we just sit down and look at the numbers, see what makes sense. Sometimes when we pull credit, we can do what's called a rescore. So we have what's called a what if simulator, and it will say, if I pay this account down to X amount, what will my score go up to? Or we can say as well, I want to score above 700 or whatever it is, and it will tell us exactly what you need to do to get there.
Okay.
And so we can coach you through the different credit things. Some people wonder if their debt to income ratio is too high, but if we pay off your debts through the refinance, those don't count against you in your debt to income ratio.
Okay. So when you guys take into consideration how much is getting paid off to actually increase your purchasing power,
Yes.
basically,
Yep.
through the loan.
Exactly.
Wow, I didn't know that. Very cool. Well, you guys can see that Taylor Miller from Utah Independent Mortgage knows his stuff. So make sure you check out the description below and get his contact information. The last thing I have to ask you is for some dad jokes.
They're my favorite. I'm actually known in the office here for them. So
Are you? Well, then maybe we'll have to start.
hopefully the ones I share are actually pretty good. So, did you hear about the cheese that started working out?
No.
He's pretty shredded.
That one's funny.
So one more. What do you call two monkeys who share an Amazon account?
I don't know. Two monkeys with an Amazon account.
Prime mates.
Okay.
I love them. They're fun.
That's awesome. Well, now you know, not only does he know his stuff when it comes to loans, you've got some good jokes too. I look forward to hearing some more. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.